Yinz, guys. Thank you for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast, where we talk all about them Pittsburgh Pirates and that. My name is Josh. Today is August 28th. The Bucks take a 2-1 series lead in St. Louis, but they clinch the season series against the Cards. Bubba Chandler, electric once again. Let's talk about it. Good morning to everybody.
Yeah, it is a good morning there, little
Good
man.
afternoon and evening to those of you listening, not in the morning. Probably not in the afternoon because the Pirates are playing baseball this afternoon. Bubba Chandler becomes the first Pirate ever to record a save, then a win in his first two career appearances. The last pitcher to accomplish this for any team was Mickey Weston in 1989 for Baltimore, courtesy Colin Beasley at the Post-Gazette for posting that. He's the fifth Major League player to record a save and a win in his first two Major League games. Since saves became an official stat in 1969, that's from the Pirates. So you've got another pitcher coming up setting some records and or at least putting themselves on short lists of things here and there. What else is new? This is what the Pirates do, I guess, with Jared Jones and with Paul Skeens and now Bubba Chandler. And these are the guys that are supposed to be headlining this entire thing. As good as the pitching development is, these are the top three guys that we've seen in the last few years with some real excitement around them. Although I could make a case that even though the excitement hasn't been there, that Braxton Ashcraft should be added to this list of exciting arms and guys that you can really look forward to. But right now it's about Bubba. Here we go again, right? Bubba threw 53 pitches and got through another 4 innings. He gave up 1 hit, no runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and a hit batter. Not quite a dominant line when you see the walk and the hit batter. And I mean, you're saying like, okay, it's still 3 base runners, but don't tell anyone who watched the game. He didn't look iffy. He didn't look like that line was close to being messed. Like he was electric again. And it was dominant stuff, hitting 100 miles an hour several times. And you know what? I should have made a note of the amount of times. But luckily, Baseball Savant is not far away, and we can look at it. Certainly, the top pitches came from Bubba Chandler, but if we go to pitch velocity, it looks like we have about 7 pitches at 100 miles an hour, and 3 more at 99.9. But as far as in the game, the 25 hardest pitches thrown were by Bubba Chandler, anywhere from 98.6 all the way up to 100.6. Electric stuff. The heater was on display and was hitting 100 in the 5th and 6th innings. Just so good. So good he's been. As advertised, even though as he got called up, it looked like maybe it wasn't going to be the same kind of story that we thought it might be. But it absolutely has been. 53 pitches, 33 were strikes. That's good. So far, he's been great. We're all excited for it. Give him a clap, the whole thing. We love it. Majinski got the start in this one. 46 pitches in just 3 innings, 3 hits, a run, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Base runners were there. He only gave up 1 run. He's still going to be an option heading into 2026. I know that a lot of us like him in the bullpen better, but he's still an option. No reason to overreact to a start where there were this many base runners when he only gave up 1 run. You got to like it. The Pirates only scored 2 runs. Tell me if you've heard this before. It's Wednesday night. Tommy Pham drives in both runs on 1 swing, and that's all they'd need. Because last Wednesday, the Pirates beat the Blue Jays 2-1, and Pham drove in both runs on 1 swing. Kind of interesting to see that. The Pirates only had 3 hits in this game, though. We talked about an offensive outburst and how the offense has been playing well. This was not one of those games. Sonny Gray was great. He only gave up 3 hits. And then Swanson came in and he walked a couple, but he didn't give up any hits. And so the 2 runs, one of them earned coming off of Sonny Gray, is all the Pirates would need. But 2 hits from IKF and that one from Pham, and that's all they got. Speaking of, from yesterday, Triolo ends his streak of multi-hit games by going 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And we talked about that, how 5 games isn't absolutely crazy, but he could have gotten into some rare air. 0 for 2 today, 2 walks. So they were able to slow him down a little bit. Hitting leadoff again. As I mentioned in the intro to this one, the Pirates have taken a 2-1 series lead in the 4-game series here, but it's also the 7th win against the Cardinals this season. So even if they lose today's game, they win the season series 7-6. If you want to look at the rest of the division, they've got 3 games against each of the Brewers, Cubs, and Reds. They'd have to sweep those teams, and the Brewers and Cubs, they wouldn't even be able to overcome it. They're 3-7 against those teams right now. So even sweeping them takes it to 6-7. And the Reds, they already have lost 6 games against the Reds, so they would have to sweep them in a 3-game series in order to win the season series against the Reds too. The Pirates are in last place. This isn't a secret that they haven't played most of these teams well. The Cardinals got hot at a certain time of the year that kind of put them into a place that I think, and we know that the Pirates have underperformed. Even though a lot of us will say, like, this isn't a great team, we can still admit that they have underperformed this season. And I think that there's no doubt about that. I picked the Pirates to be above the Cardinals. I had the Cardinals in last place. It's probably not going to happen. I think that they're a ways ahead of the Pirates right now in the standings. But I still think the Pirates are a better team who've really underplayed this year or underperformed this year, despite the fact that I don't think that they're a good team still. I always bring that. It's been a while since we've actually talked about that, but like I want to double down. Like I think this team, the roster that they built was still only really capable of playing 500 ball. And they haven't done that. They've been less than that. And that's the thing that's upsetting. It doesn't put them anywhere. I think they still end up as the 4th place team. I mean, they would certainly, because that's how standings work. And that's where the rest of the teams are in our division is above 500, except for the Cardinals. So it absolutely puts us there. But it's neither here nor there. It's good that you got the Cardinals this year. That's all there is to it. So kudos to you. You go out and make it easy. Not a 1-game difference. Go out and win this final game. Braxton Ashcraft is going up against Miles Michaelis today. Afternoon baseball to close out the series. I'm guessing Burrows is available out of the pen. I did hear them say that Ashcraft would start, but I didn't listen long enough to see if Burrows was coming in after him or not. Jake and I also recorded Sunday's show tonight before I did this. So we also, I've been at this for a while. I had a work thing to do tonight. Plus we recorded Sunday's show because we're not going to be live Sunday night, but I am going to premiere that show Sunday night at 9 for those of you who do like to be on there at 9:00 and in the chat. I will pull up my computer or my phone and I will jump into the chat with you guys and we'll let that show play through on Sunday night, and then it'll be out there in the world and all of our normal things, but we just won't be able to take a setup down and do a live show and everything from Cincinnati. We're going to be down there. Well, I'll save it for the show, but if you guys have been listening to us for a while, you know that when Labor Day comes around, that's our big softball tournament. So, but I'll leave some of that for the show because we just talked about it, which is also weird to record really early for a show that's going to come out later. We won't have the Boston series, so you have to wait for next week's shows when I put out the dailies to talk about possibly what happened in the weekend, we'll do like a catch up, a catch up show on current events on Tuesday. We'll have to do that, right? I think that'll be good. Anyway, let's get out of here for today. Thanks again for listening. Have a great Thursday, guys. It's almost Friday. And I have Friday off this week. Love that. Let's go, Bucks.
Thanks for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast. Subscribing to your platform of choice is the best way to be notified for new episodes. And now, new episodes every weekday. Remember, live shows with my dad and Uncle Jake are Sundays at 9 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and join them in the live chat every Sunday. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Bridge2 Buctober. Clear the deck, cannonball coming, and let's go Bucks!